Hi everyone, it's me Hilda from Low Carb Adventures, and today I'm making one of my very favorite recipes from childhood. I had mentioned to you that I was Mexican and my mom used to make Milanesas and we would all get really excited. And what it is a very thin steak, cut very, very thin, and it is breaded. And usually my mom would use crackers. She would use nice buttery crackers, which was amazing. But being on a low carb diet, I don't have crackers anymore. So I have found a way where I can pretty much make the same recipe and it is so good. So I'm going to start by giving you the ingredients. So the ingredients that we will be using for this recipe is, of course, the steak. And this steak is, if you go to a Mexican restaurant, you could ask for steak for Milanesa and they will know what it is. But if you can't find it, I have been able to find it in some of the regular,
like Walmart,
grocery stores, but sometimes it is kind of hard to find. So if you go to a butcher, just tell them that you want beef sirloin, but cut very, very thin. So I have some steaks here that I will be making, depending on how much you want for your family. We're not making, well, actually we are. I guess this is going to be for lunch and for dinner tonight. And then you will need eggs so that you can have the
nice little coating on the steak.
Coating on it, and it's going to be, you're going to use almond flour just so that it'll all stick. And my secret ingredient on this one is going to be some chicharrones or pork rinds, and make sure that they are unflavored. They are just the regular kinds, and salt and pepper, and that is all you will need for this recipe. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our crust for the milanesa. And like I told you, we're going to use chicharrones. These are the chicharrones that I decided on using. And I put them in here only for measuring purposes. So after I used about half a bag of these, depending on how much you want, because they are going to shrink to a lot less. So right now I have like half a bag or 90 grams of pork rinds. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use the food processor to grind them all. And with it, I am going to put, okay, there we go. And I'm going to put about half a cup of almond flour to kind of bind it together. And since these are not there is a variation on the pork rind. So if they have already a lot of salt, then don't put any more salt. These are really not that salted, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of salt. Not too much because I'm not a big salt person. And pepper. And you don't have to be too stingy with pepper because that's what gives it a lot of flavor. So I'm going to put in okay, depending on your taste. My husband's making faces, but he's going to love it. I do this every time and he ends up loving it. So, but I go a little heavy with the pepper, but you don't necessarily have to. There we go. And you just grind them in here. Okay, so they have been put through the food processor, and this is the consistency of our breading. As you can see, it is almost like a breading. Okay, so now I have all of my things, and I pretty much make them, put them in like an assembly line so that you can start putting it all together and making your meal. So I'm going to have my meat here, and then I'm going to crack some eggs and whisk them just so I can bathe them in that. Put them in here, and then we are going to fry it. And I'm going to start putting in the avocado oil, and it is a little, oily. So I'm going to start putting the oil in, and I'm going to put the setting, I'm going to say at medium setting. I need to get my eggs ready. So there we go. Give it a quick little whisk because they're going to be going in there. And we are ready to roll. Okay, so like I said, I have my little assembly line. I have my thin steaks, and it is important that they are thin because that's part of this recipe. I give it a little egg wash, and then I soak them in my breading, as so. And I just make sure that it has a lot of it. Once it is completely covered, I will put it in my oil. Still very light. As you can see, it's a little bit of a messy cooking, but it's worth it. And this is the finished product. And as you can see, I'm going to kind of show you the breading part of it. Very, very, it's like Milanesas that I kind of remember. It's been a while. So good. And I went ahead and I paired it with my cauliflower mash, which is in another video. And if you're interested in that, they're also very tasty. And I'm going to go ahead and give my Milanesa a taste. I'm going to taste it. Brings me back to days when I could eat Milanesas. And it is so good. Oh my gosh, it is so good. Anyway. So, please remember to subscribe to my channel. Press the little bell to get notifications. And if you want, give me a like. Very much appreciated. Thank you for watching.